Okay, so before we add our build config fields, I would like to share with you about the organization of our project. Let me open the project view, and you'll notice that I have organized the in-app billing code that's in here. All the in-app billing code I have put into a separate library module with its own Gradle file. As we create more and more Android projects over and over again, I have observed that there are various classes and packages that we need across any project that we create. So I've decided to organize the IAP code into a common shared library module so that it becomes easier to reuse and share across different projects. So what this means is if you create a brand new project and you find that you need some code from this project or from some other project that you've created previously, then that code becomes a good candidate to be placed into a common shared library, such as the one I've created here. Now we are ready to add some build config fields. Let me close off the package here, and I'm going to open up the Gradle build file for the common shared library. So the build config fields that we want to define here will be the same values that we will be using for our Google Play console. So let's just add a comment here. So we're going to define product and subscription SKUs that will be used by the Google Play console. So the first build config field will be of type string, and the name of the field itself will be SKU subscription monthly. I'm going to insert single quote and then a double quote, and then the value of this field will be subscription monthly. And then insert closing double quote, and then I have my closing single quote. I'm going to close the project view. And the other build config field that we're going to define will be for crop. So I'm going to copy that from line 15 and insert it into the line below. And the field name will be product crop. And the value, again, I'm going to insert single quote, then double quote, and then the value of this field will be product cropper IAP app, and then adding in my closing double quote. Okay, now let's do a Gradle sync. And then now we can go open our main activity. I'm going to open the project view again, and then select app, and then go into my package. And under the package, I'm going to select UI, and then open up the main activity. I'm going to scroll down. First, let's do a little cleanup here. Let's scroll up to the beginning, and I'm going to remove the support v7 library fields. We're going to use alert dialog app directly. So then that means I can delete this here. Okay, so for our get dialog config method, what we want to do is show a test product menu dialog, which shows the build config values that we've defined. So let me first define a char sequence array. I'm going to call it options. And then for the values for this array, I'm going to use build config, and I'm going to select the one from the common library. The first element we'll use is SKU subscription monthly, and then the other one will be product crop. And then add my semicolon. So then in the alert dialog builder, I'm also going to add an option for set single choice items. I'm going to pass in my options array. I'm going to use 0 as my checked item and create an empty listener because we don't need to worry about that for now. Okay, now we are ready to test out our build config field changes. So let's do a Gradle clean. And then once the Gradle clean is finished, let's press play to do a Gradle build. I'm going to select my virtual device and then minimize Android Studio and bring my emulator. Okay, now we have our app running. I'm going to open the side nav drawer, select Google Photos, select my album, and then select a Google Photos item. And now we see the build config field values that we defined in the Gradle file showing up in our dialog, and that completes our test.